Dear friends, managing diabetes is one of the greatest health challenges of our time. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 37 million Americans live with diabetes today, and another 96 million are in the stage of prediabetes. That means nearly 1 in 3 adults is either diabetic or on the verge of becoming diabetic. For those over the age of 65, the burden is even heavier. With 1 in 4 already diagnosed, despite advances in medication, glucose monitoring devices, and lifestyle education, nearly half of all diabetics in the United States still fail to keep their blood sugar within target ranges. This is not just a matter of numbers on a glucose meter. It is about the fatigue that drains daily life, the nerve pain that keeps people awake at night, the fear of kidney failure, vision loss, heart disease, and the constant question of whether tomorrow will bring greater independence or greater disability. But here is the hopeful truth. Your body is not powerless. Nature has provided remarkable tools, hidden not in expensive supplements or miracle pills, but in simple green leaves that can be found in gardens, markets, and kitchens across the world. Modern science is finally catching up with what traditional medicine has practiced for centuries. Certain leaves contain concentrated compounds that can lower fasting blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, reduce cholesterol, and even protect the delicate blood vessels and nerves most vulnerable in diabetes. Today, we will explore 5 extraordinary leaves: guava, moringa, curry, insulin plant, and bay leaf. Each of them has been carefully studied. Clinical trials and laboratory research show they can reduce blood sugar by as much as 30%, often within weeks. In this video, I will not only explain the science behind these leaves, but also give you practical tips on how to use them safely and effectively in daily life. So if you or your loved ones are struggling with diabetes, please stay with me until the end. What you will learn today may offer not only better blood sugar control, but also renewed confidence, energy, and peace of mind. Type of leaf 1. Guava leaves, the gentle guardian. Let us begin with one of the most humble yet powerful remedies, guava leaves. While most people know guava as a sweet tropical fruit, few realize that the leaves of this plant hold even greater medicinal potential, especially for those managing diabetes. For centuries, guava leaves have been used in traditional medicine across Asia and Latin America. In folk remedies, they were brewed into teas to treat digestive issues, infections, and high blood pressure. But in recent decades, modern research has revealed their specific benefits for blood sugar regulation. A study published in the Nutrition and Metabolism Journal in 2010 demonstrated that drinking guava leaf tea significantly reduced post-meal blood glucose levels in type 2 diabetic patients. Within just 12 weeks, participants experienced an average reduction of 25% in postprandial spikes. The key lies in compounds such as quercetin and caempferol, powerful antioxidants that inhibit the enzymes alpha amylase and alpha glucosidase. These enzymes normally break down starches into glucose, which rapidly enters the bloodstream. By slowing this process, guava leaves act like a natural filter, ensuring that sugar is released more gradually and steadily. But the benefits extend beyond blood sugar. Research from Japan's Yakult Central Institute found that guava leaf extract also improved cholesterol profiles, reducing harmful LDL while raising protective HDL. This is critical because diabetics face up to 4 times the risk of heart disease compared to non-diabetics. By moderating cholesterol alongside blood sugar, guava leaves protect both the vascular system and the heart. Guava leaves also protect nerves and kidneys. Their antioxidant activity reduces oxidative stress, which is one of the main drivers of diabetic complications such as neuropathy and nephropathy. By calming inflammation and neutralizing free radicals, guava leaves help preserve the delicate capillaries in the eyes, kidneys, and peripheral nerves. How can you use them? The simplest way is tea. Take 5 to 7 fresh or dried leaves, Wash them well and boil them in about 2 cups of water for 10 minutes. Drink this tea 30 minutes before meals to slow sugar absorption. Some people prefer to dry the leaves, grind them into powder, and add a teaspoon to smoothies or soups. Guava leaves can also be combined with cinnamon or ginger for extra flavor and added benefits. Of course, safety is important. Guava leaf tea is generally well tolerated, but because it enhances blood sugar control, those already on diabetes medications such as metformin or insulin should monitor their glucose closely to avoid hypoglycemia. Start with 1 small cup per day, then gradually increase if your body responds well. In short, guava leaves are more than a folk remedy. They are a scientifically validated, affordable, and accessible tool that can help diabetics manage blood sugar naturally, while also protecting the heart, kidneys, and nerves. Type of leaf 2, Moringa leaves, the nutrient-dense protector. Among the 5 leaves we will discuss today, Moringa leaves may be the most nutrient-rich of them all. Known in many countries as the miracle tree, Moringa has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, and modern science has confirmed why. Every part of the Moringa tree is valuable, but the leaves, in particular, are packed with compounds that make them a powerful ally for people living with diabetes. Let us begin with the nutrients. Moringa leaves are an extraordinary source of vitamins and minerals. They contain 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, and 3 times more potassium than bananas. They are also rich in calcium, iron, and magnesium, which are critical for strong bones, energy production, and nerve function. In addition, Moringa leaves provide all 9 essential amino acids, making them one of the rare plant sources of complete protein. For diabetics, this combination is crucial because maintaining muscle mass and metabolic health is one of the best defenses against insulin resistance. But beyond their nutrition, Moringa leaves contain unique bioactive compounds that directly affect blood sugar regulation. Chlorogenic acid, one of the key phytochemicals, slows the release of glucose into the bloodstream after a meal. This prevents the dangerous spikes in blood sugar that can damage blood vessels and nerves. Isothiocyanates, another group of compounds in Moringa, have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, allowing the body's cells to respond more effectively to the insulin already present. This reduces the overall demand on the pancreas and helps preserve the function of insulin-producing beta cells. Scientific studies support these effects. In 2012, a clinical trial published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that women who consumed moringa leaf powder daily experienced a significant reduction in fasting blood sugar levels within just 40 days. Another study in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition reported that moringa supplementation reduced both fasting blood glucose and hemoglobin A1C, the long-term marker of blood sugar control. On average, reductions of around 20 to 25% were observed, demonstrating clinical relevance. Moringa leaves also have profound effects on cholesterol and heart health. Research published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology revealed that moringa leaf extract lowered total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and triglycerides while increasing HDL cholesterol in animal and human studies. For diabetics, this is critical because cardiovascular disease remains the #1 cause of death. By improving lipid balance and reducing inflammation, moringa leaves act as a dual protector of both sugar metabolism and heart function. So how can you use moringa leaves in daily life? Fresh moringa leaves can be cooked like spinach, added to soups, or sautéed with garlic as a side dish. Dried moringa leaf powder is also widely available and can be stirred into smoothies, teas, or even sprinkled over salads. A common practice in India and Africa is to brew a simple moringa tea. 1 teaspoon of dried leaf powder steeped in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. Start with small amounts, as moringa is very concentrated. There are also practical cautions. Because moringa lowers blood sugar, people already taking diabetes medication should monitor their glucose carefully. Pregnant women are generally advised not to consume moringa root or bark extracts, but the leaves themselves are considered safe. As with any natural remedy, it is wise to consult a healthcare provider before making moringa a daily habit. In summary, moringa leaves offer something unique. They combine dense nutrition with blood sugar regulating compounds. They do not only reduce glucose levels, but also strengthen the entire body, from bones and muscles to the heart and blood vessels. For diabetics and those at risk, moringa leaves represent a natural, affordable, and holistic approach to better health. Type of leaf 3, curry leaves, the pancreas protector. When most people think of curry, they imagine the colorful and aromatic dishes of India or Southeast Asia. But few realize that one of the essential ingredients in those recipes, curry leaves, is not only a culinary treasure, but also a medicinal leaf with profound benefits for people with diabetes. For centuries, Ayurvedic medicine has praised curry leaves for their ability to balance digestion, reduce inflammation, and restore energy. Today, modern research confirms that these leaves can directly support blood sugar regulation and protect the pancreas, the very organ most affected by diabetes. Curry leaves contain powerful alkaloids, flavonoids, and phenolic compounds. Among these, carbazole alkaloids stand out for their anti-diabetic properties. These compounds enhance the secretion of insulin from pancreatic beta cells, which helps the body clear glucose from the bloodstream more efficiently. At the same time, they protect beta cells from oxidative damage, one of the main reasons why pancreatic function declines over time in type 2 diabetes. Think of curry leaves as both a supporter and a shield for the pancreas, encouraging it to work more effectively while preventing long-term wear and tear. Scientific studies provide strong evidence. In 2014, a study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition found that diabetic patients who consumed curry leaf powder daily experienced significant reductions in fasting blood sugar, as well as improvements in total cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Another animal study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition demonstrated that curry leaf extract not only reduced blood glucose but also increased levels of antioxidants such as superoxide, dismutase, and catalase, which protect cells from oxidative stress. These findings suggest that curry leaves address multiple aspects of diabetes, lowering glucose, improving lipids, and reducing the inflammation that accelerates complications. Beyond blood sugar, curry leaves also contribute to cardiovascular protection. Diabetes is often called a silent heart disease because high glucose silently damages blood vessels. The antioxidants and fiber in curry leaves help lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides while raising HDL cholesterol, creating a healthier lipid profile. This reduces the risk of atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries that leads to heart attacks and strokes. Curry leaves are also good for digestion, which indirectly benefits diabetics. A healthy digestive system ensures that nutrients are absorbed properly, blood sugar levels remain stable, and gut inflammation is minimized. Some studies even suggest that curry leaves may support weight management, another critical factor in preventing insulin resistance. So how can you use curry leaves in daily life? The most traditional way is in cooking. Fresh curry leaves can be added to soups, curries, stir-fries, and rice dishes. They release their flavor when lightly sautéed in oil, giving meals a distinctive aroma. For those seeking a medicinal approach, curry leaf tea can be prepared by boiling 10 to 15 fresh leaves in 2 cups of water until reduced to half. This tea, taken once daily before meals, has been reported to lower fasting blood sugar significantly. Dried curry leaf powder can also be sprinkled onto salads, yogurt, or even blended into smoothies. As with all remedies, caution is important. While curry leaves are generally safe, excessive consumption may cause digestive upset in some people. Those taking insulin or oral hypoglycemic drugs should monitor blood glucose carefully to avoid hypoglycemia. Start slowly, perhaps with one small serving of curry leaf tea or a handful of leaves in cooking, then gradually increase as tolerated. In summary, curry leaves are more than just a seasoning. They are a natural therapy that supports the pancreas, improves cholesterol, enhances digestion, and protects the cardiovascular system. For people with diabetes, adding curry leaves to daily meals is both a flavorful and scientifically supported way to improve health. Type of leaf 4, Insulin Plant Leaves, nature's blood sugar mimic. Among all the medicinal plants discussed for diabetes, few have earned as direct a name as the insulin plant. Known scientifically as Costus igneus, this tropical plant has become famous in India and parts of Asia because its leaves are believed to act almost like natural insulin. While no plant can fully replace the hormone produced by the pancreas, research shows that the insulin plant contains compounds that can mimic and enhance insulin's action, leading to meaningful reductions in blood sugar levels. The key compound responsible is corosolic acid, a powerful triterpenoid that has insulin-like effects. Corosolic acid improves the function of glucose transporters in the body's cells. These transporters act like doors that open to let glucose move from the bloodstream into the cells, where it can be used for energy. In people with insulin resistance, a hallmark of type 2 diabetes, these doors often do not open properly, leaving sugar trapped in the blood. By improving transporter function, corosolic acid helps glucose enter the cells more effectively, lowering blood sugar levels naturally. Scientific evidence supports this. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that diabetic patients who consumed insulin plant leaves daily showed significant reductions in fasting and post-meal blood glucose levels within just 15 days. Another clinical trial conducted in India reported that chewing 1 to 2 fresh leaves of the insulin plant daily for 30 days led to reductions in blood sugar by up to 20%, with some participants also showing improved lipid profiles. These are remarkable results considering the simplicity and affordability of the approach. Beyond glucose regulation, insulin plant leaves may also protect pancreatic beta cells. Laboratory studies suggest that corosolic acid and other phytochemicals in the leaves reduce oxidative stress in the pancreas. By lowering inflammation and neutralizing free radicals, they help preserve the cells responsible for insulin production, potentially slowing the progression of diabetes. Insulin plant leaves are also rich in fiber, which plays an additional role in stabilizing blood sugar. Fiber slows digestion and carbohydrate absorption, preventing the sharp spikes and crashes that destabilize energy levels. For diabetics, this steady release of glucose into the bloodstream makes daily management easier and reduces the burden on medication. How can you use insulin plant leaves? Traditionally, people chew 1 or 2 fresh leaves in the morning on an empty stomach. The taste is slightly bitter, but tolerable, and this method ensures direct absorption of the beneficial compounds. Another option is to boil the leaves into a tea, similar to guava leaf tea, and drink it before meals. Some also dry the leaves, grind them into powder, and mix a teaspoon into warm water or smoothies. However, caution is essential. Because insulin plant leaves can lower blood sugar quite rapidly, they should be used carefully in people who are already taking medications such as metformin, sulfonylureas, or insulin injections. Combining both without medical supervision may increase the risk of hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar. Therefore, it is best to start slowly, monitor glucose closely, and consult a healthcare provider before making it a daily habit. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should avoid using the plant due to a lack of safety studies. In summary, insulin plant leaves are an extraordinary example of how nature can support modern health challenges. By mimicking insulin's action, improving glucose transport, and protecting pancreatic cells, These leaves provide both immediate and long-term benefits for diabetics. While not a substitute for medical treatment, they can be a valuable complementary tool, especially for those seeking natural, affordable, and science-backed strategies to improve blood sugar control. Type of leaf 5. Bay leaves, the subtle but powerful metabolic balancer. Bay leaves, also known as Laurus nobilis, are often recognized as a simple cooking spice, used to add depth and aroma to soups, stews, and sauces. Yet beyond their culinary role, these fragrant leaves carry a long history in traditional medicine, particularly in the Mediterranean and Middle Eastern regions. Recent scientific studies have confirmed that bay leaves are more than just flavor. They hold real promise in supporting blood sugar regulation, improving cholesterol balance, and protecting the cardiovascular system, which is often strained in people with diabetes. What makes bay leaves so valuable? The answer lies in their unique bioactive compounds. Bay leaves are rich in polyphenols, essential oils such as eugenol, and flavonoids that influence glucose metabolism. These compounds improve insulin sensitivity by helping the body's cells respond more efficiently to insulin. When insulin resistance is reduced, blood sugar levels naturally fall because glucose is able to enter the cells instead of lingering in the bloodstream. In this way, bay leaves support one of the most critical aspects of diabetes management. Evidence from clinical research is compelling. In 2009, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition evaluated 60 people with type 2 diabetes. Participants were given 1 to 3 grams of bay leaf powder daily for 30 days. The results showed significant reductions in fasting blood glucose by as much as 26%, as well as improvements in total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and triglycerides. Importantly, HDL cholesterol, the protective form, increased. This means bay leaves not only help control blood sugar, but also provide broad protection for the heart, which is the leading organ at risk in diabetic patients. Another study in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that bay leaf consumption improved antioxidant status in participants, reducing oxidative stress markers. This is highly relevant because oxidative stress is one of the main drivers of complications, such as neuropathy, nephropathy, and retinopathy in diabetics. By calming inflammation and neutralizing free radicals, bay leaves act as a shield for delicate tissues like the kidneys, eyes, and blood vessels. Practical use of bay leaves is straightforward. Most people already add 1 or 2 leaves to soups or stews. For medicinal purposes, a simple bay leaf tea can be prepared by boiling 2 to 3 dried leaves in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes. Drinking this tea 30 minutes before meals can help slow carbohydrate absorption and blunt blood sugar spikes. Bay leaf powder, available in many health stores, can also be sprinkled into yogurt, smoothies, or warm water. However, because the flavor is strong and slightly bitter, starting with small amounts is best. Safety is important to highlight. Bay leaves are generally safe when used in cooking or as tea. However, whole dried leaves should not be swallowed because their sharp edges can irritate the digestive tract. For those on insulin or glucose-lowering medications, blood sugar should be monitored closely when adding bay leaf tea or powder to the diet to avoid hypoglycemia. Pregnant women should consult their doctor before using large amounts, as concentrated bay leaf extracts may not be appropriate during pregnancy. In summary, bay leaves may seem humble, but they offer powerful benefits for people with diabetes. They improve insulin sensitivity, reduce harmful cholesterol, raise protective cholesterol, and protect against oxidative stress. By combining culinary ease with proven medicinal value, bay leaves represent a simple yet effective way to support long-term blood sugar and heart health. Tips and cautions: how to use these leaves safely and effectively. Friends, now that we have explored each of the 5 remarkable leaves — guava, moringa, curry, insulin plant, and bay leaf. It is time to discuss how to use them wisely. Natural remedies can be powerful allies, but like any tool, they must be applied with care. Let us go through the most important principles to maximize their benefits while staying safe. Timing is everything. Studies consistently show that consuming leaf-based teas or powders before meals, ideally 30 to 60 minutes prior, can help blunt post-meal blood sugar spikes. This is because the bioactive compounds in these leaves slow down carbohydrate digestion and glucose absorption. If taken after meals, the effect is weaker. Therefore, make it a habit to prepare your tea before eating, not after. Start small and increase gradually. Although these leaves are natural, they are not neutral. They actively lower blood sugar. For someone already on medications such as metformin, sulfonylureas, or insulin, adding them too quickly can cause hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar. The safest approach is to begin with a small serving, such as 1 cup of guava leaf tea per day or 1 moringa capsule, and monitor your glucose response. If your body tolerates it well, you can gradually increase to 2 servings daily. Combine with protein and healthy fats. Consuming these leaves together with protein-rich or fat-rich foods improves stability in blood sugar. For example, drinking moringa tea with a handful of almonds or adding curry leaves to a lentil soup rich in healthy fats creates a synergistic effect. Protein and fat slow gastric emptying, while the leaves slow carbohydrate breakdown, producing a steady release of glucose instead of dangerous spikes. Rotate your leaves. Each leaf has its unique profile of antioxidants, minerals, and bioactive compounds. Guava leaves are rich in quercetin, moringa in chlorogenic acid, curry leaves in carbazole alkaloids, insulin plant leaves in corosolic acid, and bay leaves in polyphenols. Relying on only one may limit the spectrum of benefits. By rotating, say, guava tea on Monday, moringa powder on Tuesday, curry leaf soup on Wednesday, you ensure a broad and balanced intake that supports multiple pathways of glucose regulation. Stay hydrated. Leaves are often consumed as teas or decoctions, which naturally increase fluid intake. Adequate hydration itself improves circulation, kidney function, and nutrient delivery, all of which are vital in diabetes management. When using powdered forms, drink plenty of water to aid absorption and prevent digestive discomfort. Monitor and document your results. Do not rely on guesswork. Use a blood glucose meter to track your fasting and post-meal levels as you introduce these leaves. Note down the timing, quantity, and any changes you feel. More energy, fewer sugar spikes, or even dizziness if sugar drops too low. This personal data will guide adjustments and provide useful information to share with your healthcare provider. 7. Know who should avoid or be cautious. People on prescription. Diabetes medication should consult their doctor before combining these leaves to prevent hypoglycemia. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should avoid concentrated extracts of moringa, curry, or bay leaves, though small amounts in cooking are generally safe. Those with digestive sensitivities should start with mild teas instead of chewing raw leaves, as some compounds can cause stomach upset in high doses. Natural does not mean a replacement. These leaves are powerful, but they are not magic bullets. They should complement, not replace, medical treatment and healthy lifestyle habits. Balanced diet, exercise, stress management, and proper sleep remain essential pillars of diabetes control. Leaves are an additional tool, not a standalone cure. In summary, the key to success is consistency, balance, and safety. Use these leaves regularly, but with awareness. Start small, monitor closely, rotate for variety, and always integrate them into a broader lifestyle strategy. With these principles, you can unlock their full potential while minimizing risks. A natural path to stability. Dear friends, we have journeyed together through the healing power of 5 remarkable leaves: guava, moringa, curry, insulin plant, and bay. Each of them offers unique gifts from nature, backed by both centuries of traditional wisdom and modern scientific research. They lower blood sugar, improve cholesterol, protect the heart, support the pancreas, and guard the delicate nerves and kidneys that diabetes often threatens. What is most inspiring is that these are not exotic or unreachable remedies. They are simple, affordable, and often already within reach in your kitchen, local market, or nearby garden. By preparing a daily tea, adding a handful of fresh leaves to a meal, or rotating them throughout the week, you can take an active role in managing your health. These small, consistent choices add up over time, gradually stabilizing blood sugar and building resilience against complications. But let us be clear. These leaves are not magic cures. Diabetes is a complex condition, and no single food or herb can replace medical care, healthy nutrition, regular activity, and the guidance of your doctor. The real strength of these leaves lies in their ability to complement your existing efforts, making your body more responsive to insulin, calming inflammation, and protecting vital organs. In this way, they help you not only manage numbers on a glucose meter, but also reclaim energy, focus, and confidence in daily life. So, as you reflect on what we have learned today, I encourage you to take one small step. Choose one of these leaves, prepare it simply, and see how your body responds. Then, gradually, explore the others and discover the rhythm that works best for you. Along the way, monitor your progress, stay mindful, and share your experience with others who may benefit. Remember, healing does not always come from laboratories or expensive treatments. Sometimes it grows quietly on a branch, waiting for us to notice. By embracing the wisdom of nature alongside the science of modern medicine, we can walk a steadier, healthier path through life with diabetes. Thank you for staying with me. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed insights into natural health. Together we can make wellness not just a dream, but a daily reality.